They could pick from Mickey Least, who only took 10% of the funds, Tommy Trust, who took 12% of the record deal, or Danny Damned, who took 9%. They chose Danny Damned. Mr. Damned got them a recording contract with Victory Records. They will pay them 14 cents for each record sold. Did they accept the contract? Yes, they did. This was heightening. Mr. Dam got them a 35-date tour of America. They should make $1,050 from the first concert. It's going to cost them $16,200. Do they want to go? They fingers in America. They made quite a profit. Their first song for their new album. They took their song for their new album, getting more popular. In this month's top 20, their first album, Headbangers, debuted in the top 20 at number 18. Mr. Dam says that he got a 14-day tour of Japan. They should make $7,283 from the first concert, but it's going to cost them $124,018 to go. Are you going to go? They went, but they didn't have enough money. They couldn't go. The chart from 18 to 16 the next month. Edger was involved in a fraud scare. They thought they'd have to get rid of him. Their manager. He had been stealing their money. They could take him to court, or they could settle for an out-of-court sum of $15,000 some dollars. They settled for the out-of-court sum. In this month's top 20, it's fast. They were now at number 14, up from 16 that next month. Would they take Mickey Least, Tommy Trust, or Danny Damned? They just fired him. Well, they were nice people, and they decided to give him another chance because he was a good manager. But they were getting tired. Their energy was diminishing. 1 month vacation. But when they came back from that vacation, they had found their energy more. 13. With Headbanger Helper, their latest album. And got a tour of Europe. It would cost them $225,000, but they were probably going to make $14,950 on the first date. It was a 29-date tour. But when it was all over and done, they made a profit of over $278,000. Back to look, their energy was down to 3, and they feared they would have to go on vacation right away. A fraud. He was stealing their money, so they fired him. They could take him to court, or they could settle his out-of-court sum, over $40,000. They settled for his out-of-court sum. Once again, they took pity on Danny Damned again. It's a great song. First, they went off to the racetrack, and they bought a cheap racehorse for only $90,000. It was number 9. Back of the racing track, another member of the group saw another racehorse he liked, but it cost a lot. But he wanted it real bad, so they bought it. When they came back from the racetrack after buying this horse, they went back to this month's top 20 to see where they stood now. Headbangers Unite just raised up to number 8. Victory Records was increasing their sales to 23 cents a record. Headbangers Unite was still climbing the charts. Now, it was number 7. Tony Blackburn liked the Headbanger. Came out. It was called Bang Your Head on a Banana. In this month's top 20, it debuted very high, in the number 10 spot. Then they went out and found a yacht they liked. It was only $93,000, so they bought it. Danny Damned just kept doing it. He was embezzling their funds again. They had to fire him. They had fired their manager. They were going to take him to court, But he said he'd give them $18,513 if they didn't. It was accepted. And it rose rapidly up the charts as it debuted at number 3. A somewhat unheard of feat. Got a 19-date tour of New York for them. They could make $31,816 from the first night. And it was going to cost them $333,926. They decided to go along. Look at this month. Top 20 when they came back from their tour. Their album, Snorkelheads, was up a notch to 2. Pretty much off the success of their tour.
John Peel!
John Peel backs them, got them what they thought might be their last tour. It was 32 dates, a tour of Europe. They would think they would get about $40,316 on their first date, but it was going to cost them $605,559 to go on tour. They reluctantly decided to go. The tour went incredibly well. They made $1 million on the tour. The profit was $546. They were a born superstar. They had fulfilled all their ambitions with a score of 1,319, more than either of the Batters or Paul Petrosky. The previous best score was 1,096. Thus ended the story of an American band, the Headbangers.